Hey, so I know this wasn't really talked about on TikTok much, but I feel I should probably say it here. Anyways, so for context, basically I was working on an object so a couple months, almost a year ago called Let's Move North on the Planet, or lmnop. It was a pretty standard competition object show, starring 20 contestants and a host who was the Comic Sans font. I had a lot of motivation to work on the show initially, and it was super fun to do so back then when I first hired people to join the crew. But unfortunately, over time that motivation started to wear off. I still loved my OCs dearly and wanted to do stuff with them, and I loved all the work that was contributed by not just me, but the crew too. The writing, voice acting, art, animation, storyboard, and the small bit of music we had. I had friends help me in some way or another, and got to meet new friends too. And there were so many plans for future episodes, arcs, lore. We even had a set idea for the gist of episode 2, but as months went by and the server became less active, the motivation to want to continue working on the episodes started to go away. This was primarily due to my own mental health, which I don't want to go into, but also how for the next 2 years I have to study for the Leaving Cert exams, which are very important exams in Irish schools, so I don't know if I'd even have enough time to work on it. I had been debating if I wanted to drop the show or not. I didn't want to scrap another OSC project before it came out, especially since so much more progress had been made for this episode compared to others. And I had a crew working on it and not just me by myself. I didn't want our efforts that were made to go to waste, but at the same time, did I really want to stress myself out by continuing to work on something I didn't want to do anymore? So I went through with the decision. lmnop is unfortunately cancelled. It was fun while it lasted, but sadly things must come to a close. However, I am of course still very thankful for what the crew did for this show, and I don't want their efforts to go unknown. So over the weekend I will make a video showcasing all the storyboards and the few animated scenes so you guys can see what the episode would have been like, as well as sharing ideas we had for the future. And as I said before, I do love my OCs dearly and want to still do something with them. So maybe, just maybe in the future, I'll make a comic or something like that featuring those guys, my other OCs and their daily lives in the city they live in. So if you guys would like more non-competition OSC stuff and would be interested in something like that, stay tuned. Who knows? There may still be a few bits of lore in there. This is getting long now, so I'll just end the video here. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Cloud9 out.